I know you like to talk about living on autopilot. I redefine this to, I call it, people aren't living on autopilot. They're living a pinball life. They're living as if they're a pinball that's just bouncing off all the distractions in life, and they're not being intentional about the
Mm.
choices that they're making to learn how to play the game of pinball. So they're playing the game instead of it playing them. When you think about whether it's autopilot or this pinball analogy that I made, what's the most common limiting belief that you see when you're helping people, and how do you help them move past it?
So I want to say I don't know that it's necessarily always a limiting belief. I believe that we're limiting what we're seeing as possibilities for our lives. Basically, we want to believe that we're autonomous and that we can make our own choices and that we direct where our lives are, and we are. But we are making those choices and we are autonomous in making those choices within the boundaries that are set by partly by society, but partly by our direct exposures and experiences. So, whatever your parents are as a career or whatever, you automatically know that's a possibility. Whatever your people in your neighborhood generally are, that's a possibility. What is happening in your community, generally, you can believe whether that's a possibility for you or not. And that's where we make our decisions of what we choose to pursue or what we don't choose to pursue. So even for sports, for me, it's never that I ever thought I could never go to the Olympics when I was growing up. I never dreamed about going to the Olympics because it never occurred to me because Olympians were TV people. They weren't everyday normal people like I considered myself to be. As athletically gifted as I can now look back and say that I just never considered that as a possibility because it wasn't in my lane. There weren't people around me who were training to go to the Olympics or training to represent us at represent our country at some big international event. So sometimes it's not overt limiting beliefs. Sometimes it is our limited exposure, our limited vision of what those possibilities can be. And anytime we do have a limiting belief or any of those things where it becomes one of those can I questions and the answer is no, it's we just need to think about what those challenging questions are. Like, are you sure? We just need to learn to doubt our doubt. So doubt your doubt is another one of my mind shifts. Just doubt the doubt of your colleagues, doubt the doubt of your teammates, doubt the doubt of your stepfather, doubt the doubt of your neighbor. If we can doubt, then we can certainly doubt our doubt. So why are we assuming our doubt is true? And the easiest way to do that is just by asking, are you sure? Now, the initial response is usually, yes, I'm sure. But have you checked? Are you really sure? Sure means 100% certain. And can you do something? No, I can't do that. Are you sure? Have you even tried? Have you even thought about it? Like, why? Who says who? Are you sure? And I think that we just need to get in the habit of doing that for the people around us, but also for ourselves, or have people around us that can help challenge our own doubts and our own limiting beliefs and our own assumptions. Oh my gosh, assumptions. That's another one. Assumptions is actually a really big one that stops us before we even get started. We assume way too many things. We assume we're not qualified enough. But maybe you don't even know what they're looking for. You assume it's something sold out. You assume that person's going to say no. You assume the job's probably already filled. We assume way too many things. We stop ourselves before we even get started. So if we can actually start challenging ourselves and asking, are you sure? Look for the evidence to prove it, then we will get so much further if we just started questioning our assumptions.